What is going on, you guys? So today we're going to discuss exercise and sickness. Can or should you be working out while you are sick? Now this video really sparked my interest because last week I was diagnosed with pneumonia. I'm obviously feeling a lot better right now, but I wanted to make this video to clarify a few things and let you guys know if you should actually be staying at home or if you really can tough it out and go to the gym. So let's start off with basically how the immune system is working when we're sick. And so when we are sick, our immune system is very actively defending our bodies against these viruses, bacteria, whatever foreign organism is invading or threatening our body. Now, when we exercise activates a stress response in our bodies. So when we're sick and our immune systems are stressed already fighting that infection, and our defense mechanisms of our body, they require a lot of energy. When we exercise, that stress response also requires a lot of energy. So if you're doing some vigorous, prolonged exercise, say intense cardio or excessive weightlifting, so just lifting heavy, like putting a lot of overloading your body with weight, it's gonna take away that stress from your immune system to compensate for the exercise. So actually your immune system is already weakened to fight the infection because it's putting all of its power into fighting that infection. So when you exercise intensely like that, you're taking away from that, so you're actually weakening your immune system even more. So in turn, you're actually going to be making yourself sicker by intensely exercising when you're already sick. Now your immune system is always working regardless if you're sick because we're always surrounded by germs and it's constantly protecting us. Now what you probably didn't know is that prolonged vigorous activity already temporarily weakens your immune system. And a prime example of this is post-marathon sickness. Now people who run a marathon, they put their body through such a physical stress which temporarily weakens their immune system, arguably up to 3 days, despite their incredible physical fitness, and it makes them more likely to get sick in that time period, which unfortunately some do. And another example of this is overtraining. So people who overtrain, they're constantly putting excess stress onto their body, which is taking away the stress that is needed for their immune systems. So if you're constantly getting sick, it actually might be a sign that you're overtraining. Your body cannot properly function when you're putting so much excess stress on it and taking it away from its actual needed functioning to keep you from getting sick. Now all that being said, the amount of stress varies depending on your experience level. The more physically fit you are, the less significant of a stressor exercise is actually going to be on your body. So when we are healthy, our bodies adapt better to a stress response from exercise. So as we continue to adapt and progress, this is exactly the process of getting stronger and more fit. No one is running a marathon every day, and if you aren't overtraining and are overall healthy, then exercise intensely because you are actually strengthening your immune system by doing so. Consistent exercise boosts your immune system and improves the body's overall functioning. People who don't exercise have a much weaker immune system than those who are fit. So you strengthen your immune system by strengthening your body, but when you do become sick, you don't want to overdo it with physical stress, which is exactly what vigorous exercise does. You want to do light exercise that doesn't induce stress or elevate the heart rate, because this has been shown scientifically to actually aid in immunity. So to define light, it all depends on your experience level. If you're more of an experienced lifter, you'll be able to lift more than someone who's not as experienced. And same for endurance athletes. If you're more experienced in that aspect, then you'll be able to go, say, at a higher heart rate than someone who's not. But for your body, you don't want to elevate your heart rate and you don't want to induce stress. This non-stressing exercise helps utilize sweating as a defense mechanism that the body actually helps rid itself of toxins. Also, another benefit is the body movement actually helps enhance your overall system's functioning, thus making it more actively and optimally aid in the defense against infection. Now, all this being said, it really depends on what kind of sickness you have that decides whether or not you should be working out or not. A general rule of thumb is if the symptoms of the sickness are above the neck, you should be able to go to the gym and push it out because that's the most common form of sickness. If it is below the neck, you have to stay home and rest. Typically, above the neck sickness means it's not too significant, and below the neck, you don't want to exercise through joint pain, chest pain, or whatever it may be. Although you must have common sense and realize that even if it is above the neck and you have like a terrible migraine or something that's too significant for you to go to the gym, you really should have the common sense to stay home and rest. And by being sick, I don't mean excuses. This video isn't for you pussies. It's for people who are actually experiencing sickness like coughing, sinus pressure, chest pains, a fever, things like that. Not excuses. If you're not feeling it today and don't want to go to the gym, that doesn't mean you're sick. Get your ass to the gym. You don't have an excuse. This video is for all people who actually have symptoms that could actually be requiring them to go to a doctor. So overall, in regards to whether or not you should be lifting when you're sick, on average, since the majority of illnesses are above the neck, that generally means they're not as severe, you can and should be lifting light exercise. It is proven to actually benefit you. Emphasis on light exercise, nothing inducing stress on the body or elevating the heart rate. If you have more serious symptoms or pain or discomfort below the neck, then you should definitely not exercise and rest. Now, regardless if the sickness is above the neck or below the neck, once your symptoms are gone and you are feeling better, you can slowly get back to getting into the more intense training and progressing further. Before I forget to mention, guys, if you're not feeling great and do go to the gym, sanitize everything you touch, don't be an asshole and spread your germs. One last major point I want to mention before I end this video is, I am not a doctor, so if you're on some kind of antibiotic or medicine, I don't necessarily know what that does, so I can't say go to the gym or don't go to the gym. Really trust your doctor. Make sure you know everything about what you may be taking. This is for the general person who is experiencing some kind of symptoms like a stuffy nose or a sore throat and don't know if they should go to the gym. Light exercise has been proven to help people like that and actually aid in their immunity, where if it's more severe, you definitely need rest. I really do like the general rule of thumb, above the neck, below the neck. Above the neck, below the neck. Definitely use that to your advantage, guys, because I know for a fact I hate sitting in my house all day if I'm not feeling great. I like doing something, get my body moving. Well, that's the facts behind it. I did a lot of research for this video, so I really hope you guys liked the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, swing this video a like, share it to your friends, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Tip number 6 is to eat foods containing nitrates. So nitrates are things that are going to cause vasodilation. They will be in foods such as your leafy greens and also things like beets. And